EA Sports College Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So Louisiana Tech's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
Throws to the tight end. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He got a hand on it, deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to do, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
And the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Finds his tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. Off he goes. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Louisiana Tech is really moving the football. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. The give to the tailback. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, a statement run in the red zone to the 13. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the run. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He'll throw on 3rd down. Takes the easy completion. He's stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range. It's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. The give to the back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Pushes for the goal line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I really love that first drive by the offense. It always seemed like they were just one step ahead of the D, and a nice job there down close. When the defense knew they were going to run the football, being more physical, running it in on 3rd down to get the touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So New Mexico State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically...
Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
Quick strike complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Red pass, it's complete. Knocked down for the tackle. Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs.
First down for the offense.
From the red zone, looking for a space. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, running back on the move. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. From the gun, the ground game. They're just trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
It's a phenomenal effort on third down by the QB, but how about the blocking? When that play broke down, look at the receivers running routes. They all of a sudden turned around, and they went and got some blocks to help out their QB. You gotta love that.
And the extra point is good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The offense lining up for a first down play. The run to the left. Got room at the 35. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
He's got it inside the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has gets the first down. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout and wings it incomplete. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
On the play. First and goal, Watson.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Quarterback checking off. Turning to the running game on first and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
New Mexico State lines up quickly. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Trevino. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. A lot of urgency for this offense.
At the 37. Make some noise, get on your feet, get loud, Bulldog fans.
From the gun on 3rd down. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Rides to the back. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. Looking to move it through the air. The sure hands, it's Robertson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Bulldogs are on the move. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Give to the running back. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Give to the fullback. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And the fullbacks, you know, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. On 1st and goal, let's see what Louisiana Tech does. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. New Mexico State lines up quickly. Using the quick game. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Give to the running back. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Turns it loose. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. New Mexico State now working from the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got...
Running toward the tape. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running to the left. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Louisiana Tech.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Just one of those mistakes that can't happen if the kickoff goes out of bounds. You know, the field's about 53 yards wide. Got to kick it between those 53 yards, or else the drive will start on the 40. Going up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Catch inside the 30 and still running. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Ruston. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Joe in Lincoln Parish.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Coming after it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They'll run it from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. New Mexico State lines up quickly. Now the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a first down. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Jackrabbit. They move the tight end all over. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's right. Touchdown, New Mexico State. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Wisconsin dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Pocket starts to collapse. Got his man on the right. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play, it didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
The give to the left. At the 45, on his way. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally... The 41.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field, and so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you can tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Got enough for the first. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be fit.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires left. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the draw. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Now the toss. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he makes the catch. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And this one splits the uprights. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
Make some noise. Get on your feet. Get loud, Bulldog fans.
On 3rd down, going up top. And that ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They'll give it to the back. Open space at the 25. And eventually taken down. What about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for room, it's Booth. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Swings it out to the flat. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
Make some noise. Get on your
On
feet.
3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Brings it in down the left side. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
36. And that's a first down for the offense.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on.
Ineligible receiver. Downfield. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Leaves it with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Now on 2nd down.
Second down coming up.
Movement here from the tight end. The play action fake. He'll take a shot. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
New Mexico State.
That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Akron is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Charlie Fry, this offense is not capable of scoring points every single time it sees the ball. They're up by 6 over Central Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Touchdown, Aggies! The defense takes matters into their own hands. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go over the offense, be like, bro, we don't need you today. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Snags it down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nice move to stay on his feet. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that. The
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Into the end zone, the 2-point conversion is good if it stands. There is a penalty marker on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. How about this? These guys are going for 2. Snap in the shotgun. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it for the 2-point conversion. They go 83 yards on the drive, and the house call coming on the run from the 23. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. He leaves it with his back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. New Mexico State lines up quickly.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Handoff from the gun. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the counter. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Leaves it with the running back. They got him on the ground, but not before he gives New Mexico State a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. He wants to throw. Buys a little extra time. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Might as well give it to him again. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go!
The inside handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. They'll put the tight end in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Aggies!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
He'll try to tack on one more. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Quarterback will audible. Power football with the run. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Lets it fly. Got it. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your...
He hauls it in, and nobody's close. And he breaks into the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
So you think this is automatic? This extra point attempt is filled with pressure. And it's good, and we're tied in the fourth quarter. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UTEP packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed Miners Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in El Paso. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Pressure coming. And he can't get it off. Taken. A huge play this late in the game.
And on that play, the offense called 4 verticals. They had 4 guys running down the field trying to take a shot. Quarterback's got to get the ball out on time. One, because you're going to have to fit that football in between a safety and a deep.
He's going up top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on third down.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Comes out throwing on first down. He's going to fire deep. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably. Maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25.
29 Philly, 2-0.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Get loud, Bulldog fans. It's 3rd down.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Never a doubt. And they go back on top.
That makes the score. New Mexico State 52. Louisiana Tech 49.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's 1st down. Quarterback checking the play. The option look. Now the toss. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away here, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, Dave.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.